Welcome to the Valley Preferred Cycling Center in Trexlertown. Jim Krupka along with Gary Blockus. It looks like the weather's going to cooperate for tonight. We've got a great night for racing, Gary, and it's Golden Wheel events coming our way.
Jim, this is a great night for racing. We've got the Golden Wheel event where the riders will be placed on the track behind with the fastest rider being placed all the way in the back of the track and everybody handicapped all the way through. So that's going to be the ultimate race of the evening. But we also have a Keirin tournament going on, so you're going to see some speedy work. It's an Olympic event, so you're going to be gearing up for that. And also, we've got the big wheel, little wheel bikes, the penny farthings. There's going to be a penny farthing display today. I think there's 5 bikes out there going to race. So it's going to be an awesome night.
So there you go, a lot on the menu here from Valley Preferred. We'll be back after this break and the cyclists will get underway. And we are back. Gorgeous night here at Valley Preferred Cycling Center. Again, Jim Krupka along with Gary Blockus, our entire Two Sports crew, Wayne Long directing. We thank everybody for their time. And Gary, we're already underway, a win and out.
This is a quick night for sure to start. We've got 4 kilometers. That's 12 laps around the track. And you've got the women all set up, winning out. The first one wins. And we're going to get a gun pretty soon here to officially start it. And there we're off.
Now, Gary, what could be, while we get these early laps, what could be a reason for it not to be an official start in terms of people being out of position, et cetera?
Yeah, somebody has a mechanical issue with the bike and drops back, or, God forbid there's a crash, or they're just spread out too far. They're like a nice solid group to start the race. And already you're having an early flyer in this, an early attack. We've got the Rider of the Year in this one, leading Rider of the Year, Colleen Gulick, Dr. Gulick, I should say, PhD. And there's number 2 on the Rider of the Year list for the women, Amber Joseph. She's no longer here, so that mantle will be taken up under assault by Kim Zubris, who's sitting 3rd, Jessica Chong, who's 4th, and Elspeth Hewitt, who's in 5th place right now. With Amber Joseph out, those girls will all move up. I should say women. I used to call them girls because they're so much younger than me.
And we'll go through the field tonight of women riders. Christine Derricole is here, Danielle Shumkis, Reagan Padishal, Mia Dye, Masami Yamashita, Allison Wazalewski, Skylar Espinoza, Kara King, Kayla Hawkins, Samantha Fox, Lisa Nutter, Diva Verma, Bethany Matzik, Emily Shelberg, Juliana Rutecki, Colleen Gulick, Elspeth Hewlett, Ivy Coaster, Kim Zubris, Jessica Chong, and Mandy Marquardt.
Mandy, she's here racing tonight despite not making the Olympic team. She's putting her best face forward. The Olympic team was announced last week, and unfortunately she didn't get chosen, but she's here to compete. She is one of our stars here at the track, and she's looking forward to the next cycle of Olympic events. And she's got 3 years to prepare for it, just like you would in the normal Olympics, because this one was moved from 2020 to 2021 due to the pandemic.
Right now, a pretty tight pack. Nobody deciding they want to jump and take a flyer on the group.
Yeah, it's a nice little arrow out there. Everybody's drafting off everybody except the leader. Now you got a little bit of a move here. Rider 204 with a little burst. That is Reagan Padishal, another local girl, Edge Cycling, formerly the Sprinter's Edge. Now it's Edge Cycling. Now you can see the pace picking up on the back straight. They're all trying to keep each other in line. So this is a nice tight pack here. This is going to be good when it comes time. Here's the bell.
Padishal still leading it out, but now they make a jump.
There goes Gulick, number 1, followed closely by Christine Derricole. And Gulick just blowing the field away. She just blew that apart. She will not be caught.
She gonna keep up this pace, do you think, or is just gonna grab these points?
That's it. She won, she's out.
So win and out, we're used to watching the back of the pack.
And we'll see that very soon. I'll be coming up with the men. That was rider 13, and that's Kim Zubers. And Jessica Chong, it looks like, leading her. Wait for the next bell.
Little drop up, drop down. Here they go.
3-woman breakaway here. Little effort. That is Zubers again, trying to lead it out. She's got Chong right on her wheel. Zubers is pushing through. Look at her. She is pushing hard. She does not want to give up that lead. And she is going to take second place. And that's Chong. She's sitting pretty in third right now. And she's taking a flyer. She's going to take advantage of that gap.
She wants to win the third spot and be out.
Just to wait for this next bell.
You think she can hold that lead? She's doing pretty well right now. It's a calm pace.
She's kind of slowing up because she wants to have some energy for the kick at the end here.
But Chong still holds down that lead. Maybe a quarter track, a little less than a quarter track. She's heading down the backstretch. Here comes the rest of the riders.
And this will be the bell lap for third place and end of the race.
Can anybody catch her?
And boy, she's really coming. Jessica Chong has really come along as a racer. She's got the fortitude. She's got the strength. She's got almost a full straight lead here. Rider 348 pushing the pace to catch up. That's Bethany Matzik.
Doylestown Bike Works, Bethany Matzik.
Chong is slowing down. There is a rider coming over the top behind her. There is a rider accelerating into turn 3. Chong is just into turn 4. It is Elspeth Hewitt, I do believe, trying to make the push. It is Elspeth Hewitt, and I do not know whether she beat her or not. That was really close.
Almost a photo finish. I think Chong got her at the end. She's able to hold off Elspeth Hewitt. What a good run, though. You saw her coming down the backstretch.
Here's look at her. She's looking back. She wasted some energy there, wasted some time instead of just concentrating on her stroke. Ooh.
Close. I think Chong nipped her at the line.
Yeah, Elspeth Hewitt was definitely going faster at the end.
No question about that.
But here we go. This is a great shot here. Oh, that is Elspeth Hewitt on the top.
She got her.
She did take it.
Great replay.
Awesome camera work.
On the crew. That's superb to get that finish line. I hope they have that downstairs.
Oh, they'll have
Take a look if they don't.
We say downstairs. It's upstairs at the on the track though. They're on it's the judges there on the raised platform.
Uh-oh, I don't see a TV. We got to get them a monitor down there. So we're waiting for the announcement, but it should be Elspeth Hewitt.
So that interesting. It almost finished the exact order of the way they're on Rider of the Year point now. And here's the Rider of the Year points for men with Dakota Stein leading, and Brad Green second, John Kroon third, Michael Miller fourth, and along with Dylan Gonzalez. And those four are all racing here tonight. So this is going to be a fun night for them to try and put some distance between them and the rest of the pack. And
here is our Pro-Am men and Super Sprint elimination. Rider of the Year points up for grabs.
You know, in this one, we're going to go down to the final 10 riders, right? When there's 10 riders left after everyone's been eliminated. And then there are going to be 5 laps to go after that. So it's the order of finish.
So this one, you do want to pay attention at the back of the pack.
It's a little bit expanded from the missing out where you go down to the final 3. This one, you're going down to a pack of 10. And then you're putting it up to chance for that final 5 laps. And we're off.
It is another good start. 2 races, 2 good starts.
I mean, this is always fun because you've got the people having to use the energy to not be the last rider across the line, and therefore be eliminated.
Well, and I think it takes a skill set too to be the rider that likes to pick people off, because you can get yourself stuck, and that never works.
Yeah, sometimes some people make a living at it. They just enjoy doing that and pipping people at the wire there. That first rider eliminated was Justin Pack. So we're already down one rider. We'll be down another one here. Oh, there's a preem lap. There's a bell to ring for a preem lap. Looks like rider 313 is eliminated now, James Cardillo. So he was eliminated, and the winner of this lap gets a preem. It's a cash preem. I believe there's $300 in cash preems available in this race.
Wow, in this one alone.
And there's going to be another preem on the next lap too. They're trying to pick up this pace here. And the rider eliminated, I believe, is 344, Otis Engel.
Our men's super elimination field and riders for tonight. We have Jason Gallagher, Michael Miller, Robert Mayfield, John Kroom, Daniel Matthew, John Lukovic, and we got another pickoff, Garrens, who's in the back of the pack. That's pretty far back. I'm not sure if that was Ian Buss.
It could have been Ian Buss, because Ian isn't going to be in the Keirin, so he might be wanting to conserve a little bit of energy, just get warmed up. Somebody's coming over the top for this next preem. This is 4 preems in a row. They are really picking up the pace in this race. It's almost like a 5-mile record attempt. That's rider 14 getting the preem there. That's Robert Mayfield.
So Mayfield picks it up. Now he doesn't want to be out of gas and drop back to the back of the pack.
No, well, sometimes that's it. You get your lunch money and then you drop it, you go home.
Guillaume Nielsen here tonight, Dakota Stein, Ian Buss, Terrence Chiaffi, Andrew O'Donnell, Tommy Quinn.
That's number 12 eliminated, Michael Miller.
Miller out. Gene Wei Tang, Brad Green, Steven Chizelko, Christopher Meacham, Jacob Evans, Nicholas Roberts, Finn Kohler, James Cardillo, Andrew Chow, Calvin Troxel, Justin Pack, and Otis Engel, who already got bumped from this field.
And number 21, Guy Nelson. He is one of the people that will be doing the penny farthing races.
Got to get set up for that. You need a ladder just to get on those things, it looks like.
I know, his step stool for sure. One more right. That's it. We're down to the final 10, I do believe.
One more rider getting bumped here.
Voluntary elimination, I guess.
Yep, there's 10. So that is indeed happening. Brad Green bumped from the field. So now we're down to the 10 riders.
And we should be seeing 5 laps on the board.
Not yet. They're waiting for these guys to come around. Nope. Now they're going with the 5 laps.
No more eliminations now. This is all preems and prize. The prize, the place on the podium.
$100, $75, $50, and $25 up for grabs.
One of the interesting things about this race, this is the race they're going to be using for the golden wheel placement for the handicapping. So if you're like an Ian Buss who's a sprinter and you dropped out early, you're leading the field.
Yeah.
You're going to be putting the pressure on a lot of riders because you've got some speed. This field is really strung out a little bit here.
Nobody taking a chance yet.
We're all kind of content to watch each other. Now we've got to dive down into turn 1. 4 out of 4 rather. That's rider 19, Danielle Matthews.
Now, question, Gary, do they know who's been bumped out of the field too? Are they that astute that they know who's gone? Maybe a particular rider that riders would have been worried about who's not in the field at this point.
Yeah, most of the time they'll see them on the next lap around. They'll see who has pulled off the track, so which is one of the good things. And also, they do hear the announcers. I'd say sometimes you'll see a rider like shaking his fist at the announcer. No, it wasn't me. I wasn't eliminated. And then they'll refuse to come out, and they'll be called out by the announcer, and they'll still stay in there.
The good news is we don't have instant replay, folks. They keep the event moving. We don't take 33 minutes to do 9 seconds like some other sports.
Super slow motion fencing. Ultra super slow motion.
Here they go. 2 riders out in front. This is the lap to go.
Yeah, a little trouble there with the lap back card.
Froome and Stein up near the top.
We'll be hearing the bell now. Here we go. And now the full sprint is on. It's John Froome leading.
Froome still leading. He
No,
was
he
holding
just
his
got
own.
passed.
Miller. Wow. Putting his head down,
Mr.
Gary. He
Miller.
is stoking it.
He just came out of nowhere and just blew that field away.
Wow,
Dakota
great
Stein.
run.
That was Dakota Stein, our leader in the Rider of the Year points. 16 years old. Just,
Man.
What an explosion out of that field there, huh? Was he holding back or what?
I don't know. Edge cycling, he really got an edge as he went down the backstretch. You kind of weren't, he kind of lulled you to sleep. He was middle of the pack most of the race, hung on for the end. Here's a look, Gary.
Just like this is after he broke away, but he just blew that field apart. And he took apart the flyer there. Just a tackler. He lets up even one hand on the handlebars as he crosses the finish line. He put it away.
Great run by Dakota Stein.
Great piece of strategy. Caught everybody napping in terms of that explosive power. That was a pretty race. That was a pretty victory.
Now we'll have the Masters men 40 and over coming out for race number 4.
And this will be our traditional missing out. We'll go down to the final 3 riders, and then those final 3 riders will have 2 laps to duke it out for first, second, and third.
A strong field of Master 40-plus riders. Christian Sell, Jed Kornbluh, Darren Giron, Ionis Canasvadas, Dan Underwood, Dave Geiser, Greg Huffman, Dave Grant, Eric Brown, Daryl Engel, and Ted Michaels rounding out this field.
Ted Michaels, he used to be the ski rider for the Morning Call years ago.
Ah.
Not this Ted Michaels, but that's the name. And one of the interesting things, I'm curious to see how they're going to start the final Golden Wheel races of the evening, because in this age of COVID, the efficacy of actually standing there and holding the riders on the bikes as they get ready. I know Tuesday's event, they're doing Pro-Am night at Tuesdays. They ended up having the riders hold on to the top rails, and they took off from there. So I don't think it was resolved yet what they were going to do for this race, but we'll find out. And we got the gun. We're off. It's going to be 8 laps.
The seniors hit the track, a nice steady little pace.
I just think that the lap card is right there.
Yeah, they've been a little bit behind on the lap count. They're going to go down to 3 riders.
And Rider 346 is eliminated right off the bat.
That is Ted Michaels. He's going to drop out.
And it wasn't much of a surprise to him. So it's a lot of warm-up to get out there and do one lap.
He got his name announced, and he did complete a lap. So
yes, he did.
Somebody else stuck.
Oh, that was him again. He didn't come out of the race the first time. Now he's coming out. So, like I said before,
yep, you got it.
Just refuse, and I guess the second rider is voluntarily pulled himself out.
Here they come. Somebody kind of stuck in the back, but makes a nice move up top. I think that's going to be Geisert, Dave Geisert.
Dave Geisert, yeah. Greg Hoffman eliminated himself out of that last lap. He voluntarily didn't want to contest or be the meanie and try and stay in.
He didn't get a red card.
There you go.
You would
red
know
card.
yellow and red cards.
Or game misconduct. Right?
Yeah, there you go. Hockey season. Congratulations to the Montreal Canadiens.
Could not tell who got that one out.
That's a long stretch. You would never figure the Canadiens since '92 have not made a Stanley Cup final. Wish them well.
That's
Darren Giron is the guy out on that lap.
Okay. I remember that final well with the Canadiens because I watched them win it in. I was on vacation in North Carolina when they won it.
Ooh, this is a tight one.
I believe right. 3:38. Eric Brown.
Eric Brown out on that lap.
Oh no, they're saying 3:11. Dave Geisert was eliminated.
Ooh, I don't know. I think it should have been 3:38. Either that or we're a rider behind there talking about the Canadians.
We are sitting a little bit behind the finish line, so it is a little tough to tell from that angle.
Ooh, they're going to go down to 3 riders.
We're going to have our final 3 in a few minutes.
Looks like Eric Brown, but I thought Eric was out, but now they're saying Eric Brown. 5 riders, so 2 more need to get bumped from the field.
There's still 6 in there. I think 1 has not dropped out. There's Darrell Engel, who's eliminated in that round.
Yeah, he pulls it up to the top of the track. Darrell Engel will leave.
So now we got 5, 2 more down. 2 more to go before we go into the final 2 laps. Rider 251 is eliminated. That is Jed Kornblue. So we're down to 4. 1 more and we're going to the final 2 laps. It's a nice little string here. Trying to take an attack.
Ooh, that was tight. 3 riders. They were bunched up.
Yeah, Underwood came out over the top. I think he stayed in, but he's pulling up. The 2 of them are pulling up.
Darren Giron is the one. Looks like they're calling out. And look at this. Gary took advantage of being on the top of the track. He dropped down. Now he looks like he's making a move.
Yeah, that was quite interesting. I think he thought he was eliminated. Now we're on the bell. Underwood leading it out.
And he left himself in a great position on the track. Can he take advantage? No, he's going to get caught by the riders underneath.
Looks like they're coming down this back straight, going into turn 3, going into 4. This is just all out, pedal to the metal. And rider 329, Dave Grant with the big sprint down the middle between the other 2 riders, almost like a razor blade. Just slicing between them.
Squeezed out that middle. That was an interesting finish. I would love to, if we had Cassie trackside, I'd like to know if they got confused when they called out those last 2 riders. It seemed like it for just a short spell there in turn 2. They weren't sure who was getting bumped out last.
Absolutely. Underwood took to the top of the track as though he lost.
But Grant is the winner of the missing out.
And here they are strung out. And Grant just through the middle, holding, now accelerating, pushing hard. Look at that. Just what acceleration at the finish.
Even a tight finish for second and third.
I mean, at times it's hard to believe these are fixed gear bikes because it looks like you find an extra gear there somehow. So the racing gets tight and it's like the pedal strokes look almost identical, and yet you've got that extra acceleration through the middle like that.
We are now on race 5 of tonight's schedule of races. This is the Women Keirin Invitational. Jim Krupka, Gary Blockus, 2 Sports team.
So we are having the Women's Keirin semifinals right now.
We've had some great camera shots tonight, folks. Our camera men here for tonight are Nathan Brown, Zachary Long, Phil Bushner, and Alex Hazard.
Oh, we are having Pee Wee Peddlers. How about that?
Here they come. Pee Wee Peddlers hitting the track.
I'm assuming we'll come back with the Keirin after this.
Now, these guys aren't on fixed gear bikes, are they?
They're on whatever kind of, we call them egg beaters. So look at those legs going. Whipping the eggs. Scramble the eggs for breakfast in the morning.
We're going to let the Pee Wee Peddlers take a few laps. We'll be back after this with the Women's Keirin Invitational. There you see them, the little Pee Wee Peddlers, or egg beaters, as my partner Gary Blockus likes to call them. They're going to sleep good tonight, though, Gary.
all that excitement, getting out there, showing off their stuff underneath the Friday night lights. Now, Texas might have Friday night lights for football, but we've got Friday night lights here in T-Town for bicycle racing.
Wow, a little chatting there going on as they were coming down turn 4 and helping each other. We like that. But anyway, we are back. It is the Women's Keirin now. Top 3 will advance to the final. In this first heat, we have number 227, Anja Thomas. We have Danielle Shumkus, Reagan Padishal, Mia Dai, Masami Yamashita, and Skylar Espinoza, as I have it.
This looks like a pretty powerful field, actually. Should be interesting.
6 riders and 6 names. Let's hope I got that one.
Padishal looked good in that first race she was in.
She did. Derek Cole, I think, won it. Derek Cole is going to be in the next grouping for the Keirin.
But the big name in here is Mandy Marquardt. They're just waving to the crowd. Somebody in the crowd being held by her fiance.
Got a nice crowd tonight on hand. Turn 4.
It is a beautiful
nice
night.
And crowded. A great night to be here at the Valley Preferred Cycling Center. If you're catching us on Service Electric Network, don't forget to drop out here to the velodrome once or twice on a Friday. It's great to see the cyclists live. You can stand on the corners, and when they go whizzing by, you can hear them, you can feel the air. Pretty exciting place to be.
Yeah, you can't hear them as much anymore with the advent of these wheels, these disc wheels, but it is a great sound for sure.
I used to love to hear them when they'd go by, you'd hear a couple go by, and then the full peloton of riders. It was really kind of neat.
Oh, yeah, it was a heyday for sure.
Not quite like NASCAR, but pretty close.
Well, it got there with the bumping and grinding. They used to trade paint everything for a while. Throw some elbows, a couple knees, a headbutt here or there. They turned it into a more genteel race just because of all the crashes that happened with it and all. But it's not as physical as it used to be, which takes away the romanticism for a lot of people. But it still is wall-to-wall speed once the motor pulls off the track.
So who was the Detroit Pistons of cycling back in the day when you had Rick Mahorn and Billy and Beer?
Everybody.
Oh, they were all bumping.
Gibby Hatton, Marty Nostein, Stephen Pate, everyone from Australia, Danny Day. It was just Gordon Singleton from Canada. They just love to go in there and bump and make space for themselves and take space.
3 laps. We'll wait for the cycle to go off. Those of you that have been with us know that the cycle paces out Gary, and then he'll drop off, and And that there is a tactic for some of the riders. They like to be closer to the rider, but here they go. Cycle drops off. They're ready to go.
And sometimes you'll see them pull up, particularly in the women's races. They all pull up because they don't want to push the pace here. But you see Mandy Marquardt there just assume the control. She wants to lead this thing out. She's looking to her right there, making sure no one's going over the top too fast on her. She's got control here. She's got 2 laps to go. She's controlling the pace of the race right now.
She's going to get the bell. Mandy Marquardt has been in the front the whole time. Can she hold on in the red, white, and blue with July 4th coming up?
She's out of the saddle. She's putting it on. I mean, remember, this girl is, has a score to settle. She did not make the Olympic team, and she wants to put on the best performances she can. And she just wins this one going away. Marquardt followed by 2:04 and 2:27. That is Padishal and Thomas. That was just fully in control. I mean, just look at that gap she produced. She wasn't going to leave anything to chance, nothing to question. She wants them to know, I'm the fastest one here, and you're not going to catch me.
She did it. Gunned it down. Nabs one of the top 3 spots, so we'll see her again in the final, the Keirin final. Now we'll get the second grouping of riders. I don't know if I missed Marquardt. I apologize if I missed her in that slate of riders.
You did mention her. She was the very last rider listed in that list.
Now we have Christine Derricole, who had a nice run tonight in her first race. Allison Wazalewski, Kayla Hankins, Lisa Nutter, Diva Verma, Colleen Gulick, and Ivy Coaster in hooking up in this race.
And I believe Lisa Nutter is the former mayor of Philadelphia's wife. They were up here for several years in a row for races that she did, and she's back again. Lisa
Nutter, she's been up here several times.
Yeah, she's really made a thing of the track, and I know when Mayor Nutter was in charge of Philadelphia, they did a lot to improve bike paths, to improve bike safety. It was a real push, and it's a lifestyle. And she's not as young as some of these other women, but she's out there and she's giving it her best. And I think that's what this goes to show, that you can compete at any age, at any level.
And we want to thank former Mayor Nutter. He was gracious enough one night, was here and granted us some interview time. And, you know, it's nice because he could have kind of faded off. And I do remember him saying he was up here for his wife. He wasn't up here as the mayor, but we really did talk cycling, and that was the great thing.
Yeah, it's nice when you get people like that away from what they normally do, and just their personality really shines through them.
Very pleasant. I was fortunate enough to have a chance to talk to them. There they go. They break out.
Rider 201. Derricole is trying to get the wheel there of the motor. That's a nice strung out line here.
They're all drafting one another. Now, Gary, will they do a second heat with the second 3 finishers also? Will there will be a semifinal and a final Keirin run?
Yeah, I believe they do have space for they call them the minor finals for 7 through 12. So they will run those.
Again, line tightens up just a whisker.
Now he's got a rider coming over the top. She can't catch the motor. If she catches the rear axle of the motor, then the race is nullified and they have to start all over again. So you really got to watch your timing there. That's rider 247. Hankus? Hankins. Kayla Hankins.
There goes the bike. Here go the riders.
And Derico is leading the charge, much like Marquardt did. Now we've got some riders pushing up on them. That's rider 247 again, pushing it. 241. For Kayla Hankins.
They're going to get the bell now, Gary. Last lap. Jockey for position.
And there's Miss Goulet, just reasserting herself. I spoke with her earlier this evening, and she originally was not going to race this event. Wonder what changed her mind.
The gorgeous evening.
It could be.
And Service Electric Network.
And she holds off the field with 241 second. Hankins is second.
Hankins in number 2.
And again, it's our leading rider of the year in the women. Two-time defending champion, looking for her 3rd straight.
And pretty handily. Wow, 3rd place there.
Yeah, that was pretty
There's
tight
a
for
bunch
3rd.
of folks for 3rd. I'm not sure if they've announced 3rd place yet. So right now we have Angie Thomas, Christine Derricole, Reagan Patishall, Kayla Hankins, Mandy Marquardt. We're looking for another. That's 5. We're looking for the 6th rider.
Now we're looking for the men's semifinals.
Men's semifinal, Keirin coming up. This race will be followed by the pro and women. So same setup here for the men.
I think Andrew Chu is out there right at 314. He's one of them. Matt Diefenbach is out there. Matt Diefenbach is at the top of the track right now. Can't catch his number.
In the blue.
Yep. Right at 223, that's Tommy Quinn. All the way to the top of the track. Another rider in blue. Giving instructions, getting their photos taken.
That's the day and age of photos, Gary.
Selfie, did you gram that? Did you Insta that?
Probably
This will make a nice reel.
somebody taking pictures of us down there when we're doing the open. Here they go, though. Bike hits the track.
So it looks like Diefenbach is rider number 230. Tommy Quinn, 223. Andrew Chu, 314. Ian Buss, 209. This is a group of 6.
We got rider 221, Andrew Duddle. And 314 Gary's out there. Andrew Chu. I think you called on Andrew Chu. I got 4. I'm missing 2.
I have Zach M, but I don't have the number for it.
He's the mystery rider. Wasn't Speed Racer? There's always a Racer X out here at the Valley Preferred Cycling Center.
There seem to be a few of them pop up every year.
Racer X.
Racer X, I like that.
Wasn't he Speed's brother? Is that the way that went? I don't remember.
I think so. Ian Buss was on the wheel there. The motor is pulled off now. And we've got a flyer over the top. We're not even going to wait for anything to start. Just mixing it up, rocking and rolling it. It's right at 223.
That is Tommy Quinn.
In the red. He's looking behind him. He's spending energy looking back. He wants to see where everybody's. He's taking the middle of the track. He's making sure no one's going over the top. No one's coming over the bottom. He's in that sprinter's lane. Riding it high, riding it low. He's right on the line. Here's the bell lap. We got rider 209. Ian Buss challenging him for the lead. High on the track. He's on the outside. He's being held off.
Quinn and Buss leading the pack.
Now there's the third rider involved in the back. Challenging Buss. He's in Buss's slipstream. This might be a big catapult if he can pull it off. He can't pull off the victory, rider 314, but he can finish second. That's Andrew Chu.
Quinn takes it. I believe it was Quinn.
So Quinn, Chu.
And was it
Buss?
Was it Buss?
Yeah.
Ian Buss.
There's Quinn pushing off. There's Chu coming up through there. Look at it, just enough. And Buss is the decent
And
box.
making a run. The fourth rider there making a run also. Now we got our next field is Kroom, Genway, Meacham, Evans, Roberts, and Kohler. Finn Kohler. There's a sports name if ever you saw one. Some of those riders not on our... He should be on the Olympic swimming team. Finn Kohler.
And 303, is that Nick Roberts out there? 303.
Yeah, that's Nick Roberts.
Yeah. Rider 225, that's
Now I'm looking
Genway
for...
Tang.
Sorry, I'm looking for Finn Kohler. That name just jumps out at you.
Anybody named Finn, right?
Right. If you're at a betting establishment, Finn sticks out. You got to put some money on Finn.
Put a fin on Finn? Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
I wonder if he's a Miami Dolphin.
Oh, now they're coming, folks, hot and heavy. Now, if you come up with a limerick, then I'll be really impressed.
No, none that can be repeated over here.
None that can be repeated on the air, but would draw a huge audience, right there.
Might draw a chuckler here or there.
There you go.
Or a few sour looks.
They are set to go. Now, Gary, they can push them, right, to start. They're allowed to give them a little gentle
boost.
nudge.
Yep. Sometimes it's a full nudge. I've seen people get knocked down too.
Well, so that's never good.
Motors coming around.
So here you want the Hulk. You want to be friends with Bruce Banner and then go green on you, and whoosh, you're down in turn 2.
I'd rather have the flash behind me, but and we're off. That's rider 303 accelerating to the best of his ability. Nick Roberts trying to get behind the motor first. He's going to take it. Everybody else a little slow coming off. That's telling me that there's some big gears out here. So what's going on? What's going on is maybe it's not the best thing to be behind the motor right now, because these guys behind them might have bigger gears on. So when the motor does pull off, they're going to start peeling it away when they get the gears going.
As they go 2 laps with the bike, and then off they'll go.
Yeah, one of the interesting things is when you talk to some of these cyclists in the infield after the race, they talked about either they ran out of gear, it wasn't big enough, or they started off with too big a gear and they couldn't get it going. And Keirin, as long as you're moving, you got the gear going, so it's just a matter of getting started behind the bike. What position you're going to fall in, it's not going to hurt you. And if something is tight, tight line like this, having a big gear won't hurt you so much, especially when the people in front of you doing the work.
Little tight. Now some riders start to make a move. They can't pass that bike, though. And it's John Kroom.
And Kroom goes high there at the top, trying to ward off an early move for a jump. Kroom wants to control this.
Here they come.
Rider 302 making his presence known.
They'll get the bell now as they come around. Is that Kroom still holding on?
That's Kroom. Jake Evans is trying to knock on his door. Now you got one trying to come over the top. He does. And he has the bell, and now you see some burying going on here. That's Rider 225. Jean Wei Tang with the acceleration.
He came from the attic to knock on the door. He was up high and went by, but here they come. It's Kroom and Tang.
Kroom and Tang. Tang Jean Wei Tang. Tang still holding him off, but here comes Kroom again.
Wow, that was 3 tight racers. We know Tang snuck in there with Kroom for sure. John Kroom takes it. And Jean Wei Tang is another rider. And there was a third, same color jersey on almost as Tang. I'm not sure who number 3 was. Here's a look at the finish.
This is a good back and forth here. Look at, they're just going to take first, second, third. Look at that. That was, what a finish there. It was a great move by Jean Wei Tang, and then Kroom to recover.
And Nicholas Roberts rounds out the 3 in that field. So they'll be back. If I have it correct, it should be Andrew Chu, Nick Roberts, Jean Wei Tang, Tommy Quinn, Ian Buss, and John Kroom should be in the final.
It'll be a good one. There's two different styles, 2 different tactics. Now next up, you should have an 8-kilometer points race. That's 24 laps for the women.
Women should be coming out, the Pro-Am women.
There'll be sprints every 6 laps.
And this is some jingles on the line, Gary. You got $100, $75, $50, and $25.
That's prize money. That's an incentive.
That's why a couple of the riders are here, I'm going to guess, on Friday nights.
Friday night is pizza night. That's all I'm saying.
So if you win a race, you're getting a pizza, and if you win 2, you're getting pepperoni on the pizza.
Haha, there you go.
Here they go, 24 laps. Every 6, they will get points. And our stat guy, Nick Altieri, is going to be trying to keep tabs on those points for us.
That's the hard part.
He must have been a math major. I'm sure Service Electric Network brings us a math major for this. That's not my field.
I think you have to do some major algorithms to figure these out.
Now, today it's all on a phone. You know that from your teaching.
It used to be nice when there were scoreboards where they actually put the points up for the lap, order of finish, total standings for that lap. But unfortunately, the board here, it was a new board 3 years ago, laid in the snow and got ruined, and it's unfixable.
Nah, they got to find something. There's got to be some middle school guy or high school kid that would crawl around in there, tinker around with that, get it working.
It'd be nice, but
I'm going to get Corey Bishop on it.
Also, when they have nationals here in mid to late July, it'll be good because there will be some portable scoreboards that'll show the timing of various events, the sprints, the kilometer, 500s.
See, we need to throw out, Gary, a challenge to the youngsters out there that we need somebody who can get to level 34 of scoreboard repair. See, now we've dropped the gauntlet, so now someone's going to want to come out and figure that out because they like to get to that next level of the game.
Why spend your summer fortnighting when you can do public service by playing with electronics?
Let's put a preem on that. We'll throw out a preem. Whoever gets it fixed gets a preem.
I'm sure Service Electric will be happy to throw up that preem. Gulick and Chong there at the front of the pack.
Bell's going to ring. And,
A couple laps
Gal's
to go.
a little bump on it. Try to win. I want to thank the rest of our crew tonight here at the Valley Preferred. Our director, as I mentioned, is Dwayne Long. All these nice graphics, Dave Kaufman. Nick Galtieri doing stats. Jake Leiby, Jason Huffman. Video. Scotty Richardson also on video. And Joel Seam, audio.
You said gals a few years ago. I was at the Olympics in Greece, and the girls often refer to themselves when they race as a chicks race. It described a certain style of racing, and I put that in a quote, and one of the writers/editors at the Olympics was reading it, and they got very angry that I used this chicks race. And I said, but that's what they call themselves. I'm not calling it. That's what they.
Right, that's what I heard. There they go.
And that was Skylar Espinoza getting ready. She come around one more. She pulled up.
Oh, that was a pretty quick pull-up.
Come around one more time. We're going to hear a bell. And we get the magic points up on the board. Here we go. Looks like Elspeth Hewitt in the front there.
And what are they giving out points-wise, Gary? Is it 7, 5, 3, 2, and 1?
I believe so. And Gulick is coming up behind Hewitt. She's pulling a couple of girls with her, a couple of women with her. Is Gulick going to settle for a second place, or is she going to push try and get first? She takes first. With Zubris behind her for second place points.
Gulick, Zubris,
and Sean. 1, 2, 3 across the line.
and if we got it right, that should be 7, 5, and 3. Then the throw-in points are 4th and 5th.
So now everybody's regrouping again. We got Samantha Fox up front, getting her turn at fame. It's got to be a real lesson in cycling. It's when you're in a group like this and you're working hard, and then you're all in one group, one pack, and then people like Gulick and Hewitt and Chong just take over completely, and you can't get any points. We were talking about that earlier today, the difference between the missing out and the super elimination, with more people making the final 10 laps or final 5 laps to make it more of a race. The riders like having more people in there because maybe they're not the top sprinter and get it. The missing outs, only the top people get there. So that's pretty much what happens in these point races, where you've got more elite riders versus the up-and-comers.
Yamashita, Gary, I believe, picked up that last other point. So it looks like it's 7, 5, 3, and 1 point.
Okay. And they're all settled back, right? No one's pushing the pace.
And by the way, inflation has hit our points. It's 5, 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, okay. Deflation.
Deflation. Right?
Deflation.
I think they should go on straight. They should do a track stand until we get 7, 5, 3, and 1.
Yeah, but as soon as the official walks up, if they don't move on the track stand, they're off.
Oh, yeah, see, you can never get this stuff organized.
The velodrome is going to be dark next week for 4th of July weekend, as it always is. And we won't be back until the 15th, I believe.
15th or 16th.
That'll be, I believe that's Nationals.
But the good news is we already had fireworks open. So
That's right.
They had the preseason fireworks out here. They were gorgeous that night. It's always kind of kicks off the summer with that bonus fire. I love fireworks.
So we have Zubers taking the lead here at the bell. With Gulick right on her rear wheel.
Gulick in that spot she loves, though.
She's just so slick. Looks like so
Gulick and Zubrist again.
with Chong third.
So, gee, we just got to find out who is fourth. So we got Gulick with 10. Zobrist with 6. Chong with 4.
With 2 more sprints to be contested. And we're getting a solo attack here. Rider 348. That's Bethany Matzik. She's got to win 2 sprints.
But she can throw a wrench into the works here, Gary. She takes that set of points.
She laps the field.
That's why you can never, like in baseball, they always talk about teams should give up. When you got to play that schedule, man, you can play the spoiler. And she's doing that. She's really jumped ahead, and they're kind of lollygagging back there behind her. She takes a peek over that left shoulder. Nobody making a move yet, but you know what? Zubrist or Gulick's got her eyes on her.
She's got about a half lap now. That is a pretty significant lead. We got 3 more laps until the bell. 2 more laps until the bell.
She's got just about a half now, Gary. So she's increased her lead. Humming her favorite tune, heading into turn 1. But she's doing it all on her own. You always mention those lone wolves.
If she laps the field, she gets 25 points.
That would be helpful.
It is a points race.
Here she comes. That might be the game plan.
You know, nobody's really making any attempt to bridge that gap.
And she's attempting for that 25-pointer.
Well, tell you what, this solo attack looks like it's going to stick for this part of the points.
I hope Adam Silver's not here. The NBA will be putting in a 25-point line when he sees this.
And we've got the bell, and I don't see any effort from the peloton. They are just content to sit back there.
Can she get him? That's where the race is coming down to.
So Matzik's she looks like she's tiring, but the field is not gaining on her one bit. The field is just completely slowed down. Matzik will take first place points here. And now Gulick charges out, Chong on her wheel. So Gulick is going to take the second place points, followed by Chong, and followed by Reagan Padischow. So Gulick has 13 points.
Zubrist has 6. Chom, though, now has 6. Matzik is with 5, so she's really in third place. And Padischow has 1. One set to go yet.
Did Zubrist place in the top 4?
She did not. That one.
Okay, so she's got 6 points. 5 points on the final lap would give her 11. So she can't catch Gulick. The only thing
is, Matzik can come in second. If she picks up the first place points again, she will have 10, so she could check in right behind Gulick, 13 to 10. And if Gulick grabs those 3 points, it's pretty much all over after that. Then it's going to be between really Zubrist and Chom.
She does have Matzik does have half a lap lead again. So Zubrist has 6 points. Gulick has 13, so she can't be caught by Zubrist. Years ago, the last lap used to be for double points.
Right.
That always made it exciting, but because they try to race under more international style points so that everybody's on even keel when they go to like bigger events.
So Colleen Gulick, this is kind of one of those, she's walking it up the fairway. She's going to be number 1.
You've got to be very careful because, again, it's about she's got about 2/3 of a lap lead right now. She doesn't have that far to catch the field. At what point they're going to call her lapping the field?
Well, here she comes. She's gaining. She realizes, Gary, those 25 points are on the line. She's got 3 laps to do it. Matzik, boy, that's impressive. She just kind of floated in the back, a little out of sight, out of mind, and now the field is realizing if she catches the last person or must she catch the whole field. That's
I'm
the key.
not sure how many she has to. It varies. We've got a preem. We've got they're trying to pick up the pace here. We've got a preem.
Matzik's going to catch him, Gary.
She is pushing it. She's closing that gap. And the leaders, the peloton does not look like it wants to pull away. And she's making contact with the back of the pack. As we speak, Gulick finishes, grabs that preem, but Matzik is in the field now.
And making a little bit of a move. She's kind of behind now, they see.
And now Zubris and Gulick are sprinting it out. And Hewitt has found a sprint. So Zubris, Hewitt, Gulick.
Couldn't do it.
No, Matzik, she dropped back. She could. Catching the field was all she could do. So Gulick should be the winner with
Matzik
and Zubris tied for second.
Yep.
There was an issue with the lap count.
Right. There have been a couple issues with the lap counter tonight for the riders, and they do count on that, Gary, as they're coming around and they see the number of laps that are left on the timer.
Yeah, there was an issue. I know you see some of the riders as they went past visibly complaining to the judges about it. You see the judges talking emphatically down there about it.
Yes.
Yeah. But you do have official lap counters. You have people who actually have their eyes on which riders are where in the field. So they're conferring now. And so you see that big hubbub down there, blue shirts. Those are our officials. They do have replay. They're looking at replay under the hood, as they say in the NFL.
Now this should be the Pro-Am men. There's Sally Urfer.
Well, they're not going to start a race until the
other race is settled.
Yeah, this is taking all the officials. Normally they'll just go they'll go to instant replay or whatever, but this seems a little bit more important.
There's a look at our infield where the riders do train, warm up, sit, rest, make sure they're hydrated. A couple with tents, not in need tonight really of a tent. The sun has done its thing for the day. It's fading off.
When you're looking at the breeze, but we're looking at the flags across, and the flags on the infield aren't moving at all, but the flags at the top of the back straight stands, you can see them. They're blowing pretty good. That's it's kind of iffy to have those tents up with a wind that stiff up there.
There, a look.
There we
Greatest
go.
flag in the world.
Old
Now,
glory.
Gary, do the winds swirl then down the track? You've been down there a lot. So, again, we see the trackside flags not moving, but the ones up above ours. So does it create any pockets of air down on the track?
Not that I have ever really noticed. It's kind of amusing to me that the flags down here at the podium are, I mean, it might be the way they're laying against the poles too, because they are flapping. They're just laying straight down. Usually that indicates there's no wind, but now you see the wind picking up. So it must just be the direction it's coming in, because the bank ovals, if it's coming from either end of the bank ovals, it's going to come across the top and maybe not affect the flags in the infield so much. But if it's coming across the top, it's going to pull it up with it. Kind of like not a funnel effect, but a tumbling effect.
All right, while they sort this out, we'll be back. We're going to take a short break from the Valley Preferred Cycling Center here on the Service Electric Network. All right, We are back at the Valley Preferred Cycling Center, and things have been sorted out. My partner was again correct. Gary, they did award Matzik double points for that last win.
And that propelled her to the victory.
So she picked up 10 on that last lap, which gave her 15, I believe. And so she ended up taking the race. No wonder Gulick, remember, they got that great shot of Gulick, like, what's going on?
Right.
Now we know what happened.
There were double points awarded, and I don't think everyone was aware of it. Now we're off to the men's. Is this just a missing out? It's a winning out. It's a winning out for the men, just like the women from before. So the bells will come at lap 7. That was 7 to go, 4 to go, and 1 to go. So whoever wins that first bell lap is the winner of the race. The second bell lap with 4 to go takes second, and the final bell lap takes third.
So we appreciate everyone's patience. A little bit of a kerfuffle with that last race, but it's a shame that the riders seemed confused, actually, Gary, as to what was going on with that race. But you,
absolutely,
from times before, we knew that occasionally they did give double points, and you were on top of that.
Yeah, it's the first time in a while that I can remember that they gave double points. We used to like that because it got everybody into it, like the late charges and things like that. The person willing to put it out in the line, like Matzik did. You know, it gave them hope. So this is winning out. They're going to drop the last person in the line, and that was a pretty tight one. 3:13 was really close.
Brad Green leading it out, number 241. Now pushing it out, if he can spread the field, but a couple riders not going to let him get away. That's Steven Chazalko.
See, they're not riding this like a missing out there.
Yeah, this is a little different. Here it is. Chazalko would be the first man to drop out if he can hold on. Here comes a couple riders after him. I think that's Kroom, and they're definitely going to catch him.
Kroom's going over the top. He's got somebody in tow with him.
Stein and Kroom, here they come.
The 16-year-old trying to put a push on. Can't get him. Kroom first.
Kroom's the win. First lap of winning out. Kroom will go to the top, then he'll drop down, take a breather, but here goes Stein, Gary. He's going to try and walk it away.
Yeah, he could do it. Now they've discarded the electronic bell lap counter, and they put up the old flip lap counter. So 16-year-old Dakota Stein really pushing through. He's got some people in hot pursuit of him, though.
Here they go. Small peloton going after Stein.
Guy Nelson is one of those 3 lead riders there.
Gets the bell. Can Stein hold him off?
Here
to come in second in the winning out.
This is a push for second place. Brad Green is in there in that mix.
I don't think they're going to get Stein. Somebody's going to have to make a move pretty quick. Stein now already in turn 3. The other guy's just down the back stretch.
He's just bearing down. Look, he's not losing anything with his pedal stroke. He's just pushing through. And now he knows he's got it. Look, he's just letting up because he knows no one's going to catch him. Good effort there, young Mr. Stein.
Dakota Stein.
So now we've got James Cardillo up there at the front of the pack. We have a goose. No, there's a duck flying overhead, not a goose. It's a duck.
Duck?
Duck, duck, goose.
We're in a booth. I don't like the duck. Here they go. They'll wait for the bell. A little bit tighter now. Small group.
Gene Nelson. John Lucas. And this is just look at a mass of people there, all with a chance here to finish third. We're going to hit the bell here. Got seven men going for it. Led by James Cardillo and Guy Nelson. see some slowing.
Nelson, Lukovic, Cardello all dueling at the top. Here comes somebody over the top to drop down.
Big body coming over the top.
Is that Lukovic?
Yes, it is.
Lukovic.
It's John Lukovic.
John Lukovic is going to take third place in the women out. They should make the other guys ride 2 extra laps now.
Just torture them.
They're right. This is a winning out, so they're done. Now you guys got to go do 2 more laps. That's why I'm not in charge of USA Cycling.
Nor I.
Here's a look, though, of Lukovic.
Yeah, he's just powering through there. Just big body.
Really took control, ran a nice race.
Breathe deep.
Last time I heard that, it was the Moody Blues. So Lukovic takes third. Now next on the schedule, which they do occasionally
Throw a curve.
change on us, we should have the Masters women
Men.
with a missing out.
No, the Masters.
Oh, Masters women aren't here tonight.
scratched.
That's right.
So we should have the Masters men 40 plus a 5 kilometer, which is 15 laps, point a lap race. So you pick up a point, single point for the winning each lap. So I said, when I said breathe deep, I was thinking back to our earlier conversation before we came up to the booth with Neil Stansbury, Dr. Neil Stansbury.
Yes.
He's 3 years out from a heart transplant. And he's a former elite racer, Masters national title, just a super, super competitive guy, real great orthopedic surgeon. And he ended up needing a heart transplant, which he got 3 years ago. He said 30% of the people who need them don't get them.
Yeah.
So he's just very fortunate. But he said when he was out for a 70-mile ride today, he said he could do fine once he warms up, but the nerves aren't connected as they should be. So he can't just go from stop to start. So when you see, he said if he just goes from standing still to walking up steps, he is completely gassed and out of breath. But he can, as long as he warms up, he was out, like he said today, on a 70-mile bike ride.
And looks great, pleasant gentleman. Said he was 2 weeks away had he not got a heart. How scary is that? Wow, when you hear that stuff, it takes your breath away. Very kind, eccentric Catholic. He attends many of the events on the sidelines at the football games. And congratulations to Dan Dolphin and the lacrosse team, the Vikings, Jack McGorry. Man, they really put a hurting on a couple teams in those playoffs. Double-digit wins.
Yes, they did. One of my neighbors, Josh Moyer, was on that team. It was just a phenomenal run for them. They really put it together.
Congratulations to Randy Rice, Dennis Sensitz, Colleen Nosovich, the assistant AD, Dennis Sensitz, the AD and boys basketball coach, who also won a state championship. So congratulations to those guys as they gear up for a new school year in September.
Okay, so that's right at 2:51 with the first sprint win.
So he picks up a point. Jed Cornblow.
So we've got 13 laps to go. Over the top, rider 252, Darren Giron.
So they're spreading things out.
They're going to take turns.
2 riders, each made a foul shot. Now we're heading into number 3. Nobody with a bucket yet.
Now we've got a little bit of a pack here.
Cracking away. Let's see. Oh, there's still going to be a little battle, a mini battle.
It's rider 310. That's Dan Underwood with a point. But he's got an unfair advantage. He rides for Harley Davidson.
Oi.
Batley Harley Davidson Masters, actually.
Maybe he's got something secret going on there. We can't see. A
never know
little motor, mini motor.
You never know what's in those tubes.
Here he goes. He's going to try it again. Underwood.
Trying to hold on. He gets his second win. He has to come out of the saddle to do it.
And he didn't come over the top, Underwood.
Nope. I believe that was Dave Grant behind him.
Now who's going to pick up? We have a new New rider bumping it out.
New attack.
10 laps to go.
Attacking the track, as they say.
There we go. A couple riders now. Underwood, one of them.
I've got Underwood with 2. I had rider 252 picking that up. Keirin again. There was a nice attack, nice counter attack to him, but I don't think it came in time.
Yep, he picked it up. So he's got 2. Underwood has 2.
Now this is rider 346, Ted Michaels. He's going to pick up a point.
Very tight. Michaels with a point.
He almost got that point.
Cornblaw with a point. Keirin with 2, and Underwood with 2.
Michaels is keeping it going.
9 laps to go. Can he do it?
Opened up almost the full back straight lead here.
Now almost a turn lead. It is Michaels. Picks up his 2nd point.
So are we going to get an attack here from the pack? Is everybody going to sit back? Greg Hoffman was leading them that time around.
8 laps to go. This is kind of cool racing, too, where you get a point per lap.
Yeah, I know. It forces you to be on your toes. You can't take any time off.
Yeah, and I would have been able to go home and say to my dad, hey, Dad, I got a point.
You made a point. What was your point?
Michaels picks up 3.
He's riding out there alone.
He's trying to ice this thing. Look at him. Can he pick up number 4? He's going to be 2 points ahead. 2 points ahead. And this now starting to look eerily similar.
Keep looking for the lit laps and it's forgetting. I'm just looking at the plain lap cards now.
Matzik, this is looking eerily like Matzik. He's pulling away here. He's got 4 now.
I don't think he's going to get bonus point. I don't know. Maybe they will have bonus point. Doesn't say.
No, but if he picks up number 5, it's going to be trouble for the rest of the field. But here comes somebody. Michaels hanging tough, but nope. Somebody's going to go over the top. 5 points out there.
Is this a mystery rider?
Is it a mystery rider?
Terrence Chiaffi.
Chioffi, yes.
So he's got one. He's been riding in the Pro-Ams. He's just not listed with their 40-plus riders. And now he's going to pick up his 2nd point, Mr. Chiaffi.
So he's got 2. Michaels has 2. They got 4 left on the table. Michaels has to catch him, or Chiaffi's got to pull away from the rest of the field. I think that's going to be about it. Our other riders, Cornblaw, Keirin, and Underwood, look like they're out of it.
Michaels is making a comeback
There he
here
goes.
in 3.
2-man race.
I think he wants to try and keep that 2-point lead. I don't think he's going to get it, though.
Chiaffi's got 3. Here he comes.
Chiaffi's looking back. Looks like he's struggling a little bit.
This could do it right here for Ted Michaels.
Michaels is coming back stronger. It looks like he got his 2nd win. Is Chiaffi's got a tire problem? Got a rear wheel problem? Or is that just the motion of the...
Oh, I don't know. Where's his pit crew?
I think it might just be the optical effect.
Here comes Michaels.
Michaels with over the top. 5 points for Mr. Michaels.
So he might have done it for him.
That's just the effect of the lettering on the disc wheel. It does look like it's wobbling like crazy, but it's just the lettering. It's I don't like that optical illusion.
Me neither. MC Escher would be proud.
Here is the final lap. Chiaffi's leading it. Chiaffi picked up another one. That's 4 for him.
This is tight. These 2 guys are 5-4. Michaels may have decided he's going to try and take the last lap on Chiaffi. There he goes. Definitely stepping it up, Gary.
There is a 3rd rider here.
Yes.
But I don't think he might not get him. He's awfully close, but...
That was a great race.
Mr. Michaels, one of the first ones out, now gets the victory. In the race earlier in the evening for the Masters men, he was one of the first out and missing out, and now he wins the point a lap. Congratulations, Mr. Michaels.
Hey, he ran a great race.
Yes, he did.
Watch this. This is that last lap now. He going into turn 2, he decides to turn on the gas a little bit on Mr. Chiaffi.
And he doesn't even come out of the saddle to do it.
Chiaffi ran a good race too. That was good on both riders' parts.
Nice and smooth, though. Nice and smooth.
So Ted Michaels wins it. Close, 6-4. Had that last point switched around, they would have tied. And then I think, what do? They ride a half lap. We'll invoke a bowling rule where you do the 9th and 10th frame, so they'll start them on the backstretch.
There you go. Well, speaking about starting on the backstretch, next up will be our women's super sprint elimination, which will set the field for the final event of the evening, the Golden Wheel.
Oh, and here's the points of the Rider of the Year for the women. No surprise, Colleen Gulick, Amber Joseph, Gary Goodrun, Kim Zubra. So those 3 names we've seen here tonight, and same with Jessica Chong.
As well as Masami Yamashita. She's in 6th, and she's here this evening as well. So, you know, 6 of the top 7 actually are here tonight.
So we give all those riders credit. You know, I think anytime you're in a Rider of the Year competition and you're picking up points, you really got to give yourself some credit, and it'll keep you going during the season. Never know what's going to happen. It's the Rider of the Year, not the Rider of the Week. So we wish all the women and men the best in that Rider of the Year. Here are a race for Rider of the Year points now. This is the Pro-Am women. They are also looking at picking up some winnings: $100, $75, $50, and $25 for 4th place.
And we're going to get the gun here as they come around the corner. Come around the curve. You know, say come around the corner. People kind of get confused sometimes.
So this is a elimination. So they will be, again, missing out style, correct?
Correct. We will go down to the last 8 riders for 5 laps.
There's 12 riders on the track right at the moment.
And rider 238 eliminated right off the bat. That is Kara King. So $25 going to the winner of this next lap. So they're talking at least $300 in premiums for this race as well. So you're going to hear quite a few bells.
And $50 on this premium.
The trick is to stay in the race, and I believe the bottom rider on the track was eliminated. For rider 441, that was Juliana Ratecki, riding for Vitesse Bikes.
Another premium, $50, plus a rider getting bumped.
This is chow money. They're Pro-Am for a reason. Colleen Gulick takes the preem. Radecki, again, refused to come out of that race. She's still refusing to come out of the race. I think now finally she dropped off the track. So two laps in a row. Just made them work a little extra longer this time.
There they go, another $50. And
Gulick again.
Gulick again, going to pick up 100.
Looked like Bethany Matzik was eliminated there. The winner of our points race.
In interesting style.
Yes. Went to the judges' cards.
Another preem. Gulick has taken the last 2. See if she picks up the 3rd.
No, she does not. That's rider 253. That is Samantha Fox. Not the singer from the 80s, right? Samantha
Nope.
Fox. It does keep them going to the preems. It really makes for more exciting racing up front and more packed, more crowded in the back. It's hard to tell who gets eliminated. That'll be rider 204 eliminated. That is Regan Padishaw.
So Padishaw gone. We are down to 1, 2, 9, so we got to go down 2 more riders off.
That is 8, right? There, we're down to the final 8. So here we go with $50 to the winner of this lap.
And 1 more rider out. Now they'll go, I think they're going 3 laps.
Gulick is leading the pack here. She's going to pick up $50 more on the preem if she wins.
So she's picked up a bunch of preems this race.
She's got Chong right on the rear wheel. Chong's out of the saddle trying to match Gulick. Dr. Colleen with the victory on that lap for the $50, but she still has to win for Rider of the Year.
There we go. Chong and Gulick. Wheel to wheel. Here comes Chong making a little bit of a move there. She had been...
Zubris is over the top there, 3rd position now.
Oh, big preem now, Gary. $75.
$75. So this is the penultimate lap. Do you chance it and try and hold on for the win for the Rider of the Year points? Looks like they're all going to hold tight together and take it at the last second.
There they go.
They don't want to risk the Rider of the Year points at this juncture.
So it's money or Rider of the Year.
It is a tight race for Rider of the Year, but much tighter than anyone would have predicted at the beginning of the year.
Here comes somebody over the top that wants the cash.
This is a flyer. Gulick picking it up, trying to match the pace. I don't think she's going to do it. There's Rider 237, Skylar Espinoza.
Espinoza, yes, picked up the money.
But now Gulick is really picking up the pace. She's out of the saddle, forward on her bike. She's pushing it hard. Look at her go. She's dragging the field with her. Look at that. They're all trying. They can't catch her. Elspeth Hewitt is 2nd.
And as you predicted, though, Espinoza went for the cash, and Gulick waits to pick up the points, and a good run by Gulick.
She knew
she takes that race.
She knew what she wanted, and she got it. It says Rider of the Year points there, but by the same token, there's Rider of the Year points up in the Golden Wheel, and she will be starting in the farthest position back for that. So it is a double-edged sword.
If anybody can make up that ground and win it, it's Colleen Gulick, strong rider in the field. Now the Pro-Am men, they're coming for the 8-kilometer points race. Then we have a couple Keirin races coming our way.
And this will be 24 laps, points every 6 laps. And now we know it's 5, 3, 2, 1, double on the last lap.
Yes, if it's the same for the men, and the men know now too. The field knows that. And I'm not sure if we may be getting the Pee Wee Peddlers again for a little bit of a run.
Or this could be the penny farthings. No, we're getting the points race.
Okay, points
They're
race. Then I think the Pee Wee Peddlers are coming back out.
No, I think then it will be the penny farthing.
Then the penny farthing.
The big wheel, little wheels, named after 2 English coins.
Yeah, the farthing. I knew the penny too. That's right. See if they do have a lap counter at 24.
I was in Yorkshire, England 3 years ago, and one of the barns that we were at, one of the properties, they had like 5 or 6 penny farthings in various states of disarray. Gentleman wanted to sell me one for 100 quid.
Did you bite?
Oh, no. At the time, that would have been probably 180 US. And then you'd have to get it back.
Ship it back. I was going to say, how much is that?
It was all rust. When I say disarray, I mean...
Really disarray. Well, maybe you could have folded it up, put it in your briefcase.
I don't think so. Would have been flat for sure.
Here they go, 24 laps, points every 6. And we think double for the last lap.
Stranger things have happened. We're just seeing a nice little strung out pace here. No one's taking a flyer yet. Everybody's getting their legs out. Looking who's where in the field, who's who. Yeah, I got you, Jack. Yeah, there's Ian. I see him. Okay.
They just want to drive our stat guy Nick crazy with the points. That's their whole point. I heard them. You know, you were at the pre-show meeting. They mentioned they want to drive Nick crazy tonight.
So there's Andrew. Which Andrew? There's two Andrews out here.
All right, let's see who picks up those points. I'm going to assume it's 5, 3, 2, 1 again.
Now we're pushing it. We're getting ready here.
Speaking of points, my son Nick with a 77 today golfing.
Whoa, where at?
Down in Philly somewhere. He's a good player. He's a single-digit handicapper.
Not bad for a 9-hole course.
There they go. Cracking out. And, we also want to mention, welcome to our new subscribers to Service Electric Network. And we want to thank all of our regular subscribers. I won't say old subscribers. The guys that have been with us a long time. We really appreciate it. A lot of sports, high school sports coming around the corner. High school football back probably, Gary, at full speed. Let's cross our fingers and hope.
Yeah, so we keep a lid on everything. Just don't go too crazy yet.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be in a full stadium.
It'll be great. It's good to hear. What a difference. We talked a little bit about the hockey. What a difference with the full, Nassau Coliseum with the Islanders, as opposed to the Canadians with the small crowd last night. The Islanders with a full house going wild the other night.
Actually, my daughter lives fairly close to that arena too, so it's a new one that they're proposing to build would be almost in her backyard. Danielle Matthews holds off. He took that flyer, held off that for 3 laps there, and finally took the points.
So Matthews picks up 5, followed by,
I think that was Kroom and Nielsen.
And Dakota Stein.
Now we're picking the pace up a bit.
Meacham, Gary, also.
Oh, Meacham, okay.
Also stuck his nose in there. Not John Meacham, though, the historical writer.
3-man breakaway at this point.
So if I have it right, I have Matthews with 5, Kroom with 3, Stein with 2, and Meacham with 1. Kroom
is cruising away.
Yeah, let me tell you, when he wants, he can pile it on. John Kroom.
Matthews and Meacham, they're all up front.
Wow, this is mirroring that women's race. Early on, we had that point, Gulick jumping out, and then all of a sudden, Matzik came on. But Kroom right now, he's got it a little bit of cruise control. We have 3 riders really away from the rest of the field.
Kroom, Matthews, and Meacham. It's not even a breakaway. It's like Kroom is out on his own.
And Matthews and Meacham helping one another. Now they'll switch. But here goes Kroom. He's going to pick up the second set of 5 points. Got that focus. He's just looking turn to turn. The legs are going kind of steady. Stays in the saddle. He's definitely going to grab the second set of 5.
Yeah, I wouldn't be sneaking peeks. I'd be using all my energy to go forward at this point.
There did he.
And the field is going to catch the ones back there, Matthews and...
There's Kroom.
Kroom first.
Kroom picks up 5 more.
Could not catch the numbers coming across after that.
And I think we got him. Looks like 3:42. Justin Pack.
Finished second.
Does Pack pick up 3? Did we hear that right?
Yes. Kroom there, look, face of determination. Takes a look back again.
I got to figure out who picked up 2 and 1 though.
He's got 8 points there, but the field is gaining on him. Kroom can only hammer so long. No man is an island.
On Stein picked up. Did Stein pick up the 3 or the 2? Stein picked up 3, so he's got 5. And Kroom picked up 5, so I got him at 8. Did Matthews grab any points though? That's the biggie.
And now Kroom takes to the top of the track, just willing to jump back into peloton, regain his grouping. Michael Miller leading the charge now down the track. And he pulls back. Now we've got a big pace line, it looks like. Oh, breaking up. Now there's a flyer coming out over the top again.
So this is going to be interesting the last 2 laps. If they divvy up the points moving forward. Who is that? There's another.
I think that's Brad Green.
Brad Green, 241.
Second in our men's Rider of the Year standings heading into tonight.
Okay, Kroom has 10. I do have that. Oh, Matthews has 6. So Kroom did win that, so he has 10. I had Kroom at 8, so he got both.
So Brad Green leading this one. Looks like if all should go well, he will take this lap.
So Green will pick up 5.
So that's his first set of 5.
Green picks up 5. Now who knocks
Followed
out?
by Groom. Oh, or was that Duddle? Excuse me.
No, it looks like Kroom should have picked up 3. So he should have 13 by my count. Double points. Now Matthews, I don't know if Matthews got any points that time.
221 Andrew Duddle took third in that sprint.
So he picked up 2.
But Green is staying out there. He's out there on an island.
Thing is, Kroom just needs points.
So does Green.
Kroom, right. Well, Green needs to win it, though, to get 10 to get him to 15.
There's only 1 sprint remaining.
4 laps. And Brad Green, hang on. He's in front right now. Looks like he's slowing down a little bit. Here comes Mr. Kroom.
This field can attack.
Kroom's got 11 points, Gary. So if it's double points, if he gets the 6, he'll get at 17. So he needs at least second place. John Kroom needs second place, but now he goes up the track and drops down. Now he actually is in 5th with 2 laps to go.
But that's riding a pace line. So
that's where he wants.
He's not doing the work of that line now. He helped bring him back, help reel in that lead rider.
So Brad Green, can he hold on? John Kroom, 4 riders behind him. Here they come, though, that small peloton with Kroom in the back, drafting it out.
They're going to hit the bell here, and I don't think Groom's going to be able to hold on. Green's going to be able to hold on here.
No, and Kroom now has moved up a spot. A rider went up the track and dropped down. Kroom finds himself in 3rd place. Now he makes his move already heading into turn 1.
And there goes Groom for the lead on the bell lap. He wants to win this going away.
Kroom, great planning, Gary. He drafted out. Now can he hold on?
He's got a face of determination. There is someone in pursuit. Going really fast, coming off. He's got a slipstream. He's coming up, but he can't catch him.
John Kroom is going to take it with 21 points. So I have him down getting 10. Nobody's going to touch him.
And that
He's going to win the points race.
Here comes Kroom there at the start of the final lap, the bell lap. And then it was James Cardello followed him and really fired out there. Look at Cardello going up over the top in the high, doing the long distance into turn 2. And then down the stretch, he almost caught him, just quite not enough speed.
John Kroom, a great run. Loved what he did. Drafted back, moved up one spot in turn 3, Gary, and then boom, shot it out and took it.
And don't forget, we'll be seeing him in the Keirin finals as well.
All right, and there you go. John Kroom is going to send us to break. We'll be back with more cycling from the Valley Preferred Cycling Center here on Sports Network, Service Electric Network. Welcome back, and it is days gone past here at the Valley Preferred Cycling Center. And Gary, take a look at those bikes. A lot of fun.
Big wheel, little wheel, penny farthings. This is an actual race going on. This is a tremendous thing to see, to witness, and I sure wouldn't want to fall off one of them. They're up there pretty high.
2-story bikes, basically, they look like to me. And these guys going at it, and there we go.
Look at the look of victory.
Takes the race, but now we are back to the Keirin final. First place through 6th place. This is the women. We have Angie Thomas, number 227. Reagan Pattishaw, 204. Kayla Hankins is 247. Colleen Gulick is 1. And Mandy Marquardt is, I think, 17 or 917, not quite sure.
And again, this is Mandy's race. She's primarily a sprinter, Keirin team sprint. So she should feel right at home with this. Colleen Gulick, she's just a tremendous racer in every event on the track. She's also a sprinter. So I believe this is going to be a showdown between those two.
So we have Mandy Marquardt with Team Novo Nordisk. Colleen Gulick with Pickle Juice Pro Cycling Team.
And they're off.
Kayla Hankins is with Lux PB Specialized. Edge Cycling for Pattishaw. And Aja Thomas starting on the rail. And we also have Ivy Coaster in the field.
I believe that's Reagan Pattishaw taking the wheel, taking the wheel of the motor. Followed by Gulick and Marquardt, second and third. I really think those two are the two to watch in this race.
And again, money on tap for the first 3 places. The first 4 places. Again, $175, $50, and $25 up for grabs.
They're just stringing it out here.
They'll pace them out. Cycle will come off after 2 laps, and they will then ride 3 laps.
So a little bit of teamwork will take place in the front of the pack. Gulick and Marquardt are riding for themselves. Pattishaw were the edge cyclists.
There you go. Bike will drop down and off. There they go. Riders all almost in sequence. Took a look back to see where everybody was. Now they're
Marquardt looking back. Who's going to do what in 4th and 5th to pin her in? Now Marquardt's moving up high so she doesn't get pinned in. Gulick content to stay low. Still in the sprinter's lane.
Thomas
Marquardt
in the lead,
out.
227.
Marquardt out of the sprinter's lane. She's high in the track. She's picking it up out of the saddle.
They head into
Marquardt starting to push it at the bell.
finish line, start line.
We got elbows out there from.
Here goes Marquardt, jumps into the lead.
And Gulick is trying to come back over the top high. She's coming high and hot.
Marquardt trying to hold him off, heading into turn 4.
Marquardt goes high in 4 there to make sure no one passes her. It's Marquardt first. And it's Ivy Coaster second and Colleen Gulick third.
There you have it. Marquardt, Coaster, and Gulick. Number 17, 12, and 1. Mandy Marquardt checks into first spot. Colleen Gulick first. Here you go, Gary.
And you just see her go. Just look at all that concentration. You see Gulick trying to catch Ivy Coaster but can't get there. Marquardt, like a nice smile on her face.
Good run. Now the men will take their turn on the track. And in this field, I have John Kroom, Ian Buss, Tommy Quinn, Jinwei Tang, Nicholas Roberts, and Andrew Chu.
And again, this is going to be another pretty good race. Kroom has really looked sharp this evening. But Tangwei is a heck of a speedster. This is one of my favorite events of track racing is the Keirin. Like I said, it used to be such a rough and tumble event, and they really kind of ruled a lot of that out of it. You know, kind of like fighting in hockey.
Yeah. I wish
that.
that would go. And well, it's funny, you covered hockey for years. The one thing kind of disturbing me, I'm seeing way too much cross-checking, Gary. I mean, that's got to go.
And they've got to stop that because now there's no one to police it.
Right.
You know, basically, they've taken the policing capability away.
I just never liked it. Played in college a little bit, and we policed that ourselves. Even on your own team, if somebody was cross-checking, you were letting them know that's just, I don't know, that's just not a good way to go. They've got to stop it, in my opinion.
Yeah,
cross-check got to go. A little slashing's okay, but man, when you're hitting somebody with that stick, there could be some damage done, and they're going up around the head, which really, really bugs me.
They've taken away all kinds of head shots, right? And then they let you stick at the head. It just makes no sense at times.
Here they go. Cycle will come onto the track again.
And
we have Kroom, Buss, Quinn, Tang, Roberts, and Chow.
And Andrew Chu takes the lead behind the motor. Does he want it? Now he's closing in on it. Now he takes it.
Look who's lurking in the gray. John
Mr.
Kroom. He wanted that spot, Gary. You mentioned these guys like to be in a certain position to draft. He wanted to get into that third spot.
Yeah, the third spot's a real good spot. Just want to make sure that the number 4 spot doesn't pen you in, doesn't get that rear wheel behind that front wheel behind your rear wheel, because that's when you have trouble trying to break out. You see Kroom going out on top there, making sure he doesn't give up, get that penned in position. Feels fourth rider riding higher, so he keeps riding higher to make sure that he doesn't get penned in.
My money's on Kroom. I think just he's feeling it tonight. It's one of those deals, you know, you can tell in any sport when a player is geared up.
I like Jinwei Tang's chances as well. I mean, 225. He's in the second position there. He's looking back, looking over both shoulders actually. Now we're getting the motor's off. Now we see an explosion here. Now we see a rider take the lead.
Is that Stein jumping out in front? Stein's not in, I'm sorry.
No.
Here comes,
that's Chu again.
Here comes Kroom over the top. Tommy Quinn was making a move. Kroom, though.
Yeah. Kroom is fighting it.
There they go. They got the bell. They're heading into 4.
Kroom's taking the lead with a lap to go. Tommy Quinn trying to fight him off. Stroke for stroke. Quinn's got the less distance. Kroom's got the farther distance. He's higher up on the track. Tommy Quinn trying to hold him off. Valiantly trying. Now he's just surrendered. That is rider Andrew Chu.
Good run by Andrew Chu. They locked Kroom out. He couldn't make his move. Was working it in turn 1 and 2, and there he is, the winner.
It's kind of what happens when you have teammates in a race. So you get a little congratulations from Andrew Chu wins the Keirin.
Good run, waves to the crowd.
You see Chu just taking off, then you get that little bit of slip there. Then look at Groom got penned in. And there he is, all the way across.
There's your winner.
Throws it for good measure.
And Andrew True will take us to break. There you see the walkway here at the Valley Preferred Cycling Center. Don't turn that dial. Service Electric Network will be back with 2 more races. There you see it. We mentioned it at the top of the show. Jim Krupke along with Gary Blockus. The Golden Wheel races are here. The first will be the Pro-Am women. They'll do 5 laps. And Gary, Rider of the Year points, and of course some money on tap. $250, $175, $130, $95, $60, and $40 up for grabs. And this basically will be a handicap race.
It's exactly what it is. You start on the track and distances away in reverse order of how you finished in the super sprint elimination. So the first person out of that race gets the shortest distance to travel during this 5-lap race. The person who won that race has the longest distance to go, usually about 3/4 of a lap behind everybody. So that is quite a bit distance to make up over the course of just 5 laps. And when the international fields are here, it's a real treat because some of those guys and gals actually win. But it's a really tough go. And Colleen Gulick, who won the super sprint, got the Rider of the Year points for that, is now at the biggest disadvantage in this Rider of the Year race as well.
There you see the riders taking a little bit of a warm-up lap. And they'll start to set them, and they'll have somebody holding them to pace them out, or will they be up on the boards?
I'm not sure. That's what I said. I'd be very interested in seeing how they're going to start this race, whether someone's going to hold them or they're going to go up to the boards. It looks
like they're going to the boards.
Yeah, on Tuesday night, they did this for the Pro-Ams on Super Tuesday. There's Colleen Gulick laughing, having a chat with someone, trying to get adjusted on her saddle. But they had a trial run with the Pro-Ams, and they put them on the boards. They're kind of hoping they didn't have to do it, but it's the age of COVID. In Pennsylvania, we still have a lot of social distance restrictions, so they didn't think it would be in the best interest of anyone. Just not a good look to have, people, holders up there holding them, getting them ready to go. They wouldn't be at the top of the track; they'd be at the bottom of the track. But
this actually is kind of cool because they all get that opportunity to drop down, and that gravity gives you a nice starting point. But there you see them spread out all across the track.
Yeah, they are, and I'm not sure where Colleen Gulick is, if she's behind the start line or at. She's right underneath, there she is by the start line. So everybody else has a fairly steep bank to drop down, 33 degrees. She's got about a 17-degree drop. So it's going to be harder for her to get her gear rolling initially than the other riders. But they're only look like about a third of the track away from her. So it certainly is within her capability to do it. The gun is up, and then we have a second gun. A rider fell.
Nope.
That's
down in the back.
It looks like she's grabbing her shoulder too.
We missed that.
Gun, and she just lost it. Oh,
and held on to the wall.
She held on to the wall, and when she comes down, you'll see her grab her arm, grab her shoulder.
That right shoulder. A little bit of a stretch here.
Yeah. We were talking about Neil Stansberry before, the orthopedic surgeon. That's him in the black shirt there coming up. Take a look, make sure everything's okay. Yeah, see, she's reaching that right shoulder. That's Russ Drabig, our longtime EMS person here. She grabbed with her right arm. You gotta bring her bike up to her. She's gonna try and go again. Everybody's got to get in position one more time.
At this point, more probably embarrassing than anything for can't catch a number. know if that's
And I believe the person who's going to start last is on their way around.
there we go. Set again.
So now the
Judges are checking.
start judges on the bridge. Fires the gun. First two riders are off. That's good. You see the ones who are in the middle on the high bank just drop down to the middle. Drop down to the low and start sprinting. It's not like this is a short race, though. I mean, five laps. It's less than 2 kilometers. And you've seen people lap the field in less than that at times.
See where Colleen Gulick is. There she goes.
We're
She's
just
trying to reel in a couple of riders already.
She took one out. She's taking 2 more out here in the back straight.
Wow, she is really turning it on Keirin.
Yes, she is. She got some people to contend with. She's got Elspeth Hewitt on her wheel. So Elspeth Hewitt is gaining by being with Colleen Gulick. Elspeth finished 3rd in the super sprint.
Holding on, takes a look back at the field. 2 laps to go.
Matzik is still holding on to the lead, but that's going to go in a minute.
Zubris now.
Kim Zubris making the charge. We got the bell lap. Looks like Kim Zubris is taking the lead. Zubris is taking the lead.
Heads into turn number 2 with the lead.
Zubris is more of a sprinter than Gulick, but Gulick is right coming on. She's back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th place. Zubris is pumping it. Her legs are going. Zubris is going to win this. Zubris wins it with Matzik 2nd. So Zubris takes maximum Rider of the Year points with a wonderful race.
Takes the Rider of the Year points and picks up $250 for the win. Kim Zubris.
Not a bad night.
Now the men, same deal, except 1 extra lap. They'll have 6 laps to go for the Golden Wheel race. Once again, we want to thank our crew here tonight on camera: Nathan Brown, Zachary Long, Phil Boucher, Alex Hazard, our director Dwayne Long. Keirin is Dave Kaufman. Stats: Nick Altieri. Video: Jake Leiby, Jason Huffman, Scotty Richardson. Audio: Joel Seam and Gary Blockus, along with me, Jim Krupka. And here is the race to wrap up the evening.
This will be the men's Golden Wheel. It's an interesting concept for a race for sure. Yeah. It's extremely difficult for the for the person who comes in as the top seed.
Now the big question: do they really get a golden wheel?
Well, if they did, you'd see a lot more people.
A lot of people really.
A lot more effort.
If you come in 2nd, you get the silver wheel. Or the bronze wheel for 3rd. Here comes Kim Zubris. Going to get some props down there. Trackside. They're going to interview Kim Zubris as they set the men up for their Golden Wheel race.
So in the men's race, we're going to have Dakota Stein being in that scratch position.
Got to go and go for it, and that's what I did. And I knew this field was really strong tonight, and they were going to be bearing down, and I just got in the line.
Yeah, you did, but you had Bethany Matzik out there. Bethany showed herself in the points race. Were you concerned about her getting that early lead?
Yeah, it was awesome. She had a really good race, that one, and it's exciting. I knew she was right there and had come around her in that last lap, and it's great.
Yeah, it is great. Hopefully we'll see a lot more of her here in T-Town. She's from PA, so hopefully this won't be her first Friday and only Friday. Now, you're chasing Rider of the Year points. You got 10 more to your name here tonight. You are in the hunt. How you feeling about that championship this year?
It's great. You got to show up every week and be consistent, and that's all I'm trying to do.
Well, you are. You've won many races here so far on Friday nights, including tonight's Golden Wheel Race. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion of the Golden Wheel Race here tonight, Kimberly Zubris from Albertus. She's doing a great job, and we'll get those Rider of the Year points updated for us here tonight.
You're having a great interview. That number 13 Keirin didn't bother her. She won the race. She's wearing 13 tonight.
Seemed pretty lucky for her. And again, with the 10 extra points now to her Rider of the Year total. She's definitely challenging Colleen Gulick, trying to keep Colleen, Dr. Colleen, from her making the hat trick of 3 in a row.
Not to mention a pretty snappy kid there on Kim Zubris.
Yeah.
Styling. She's styling out there. A little geometric, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
So it's at least one of the few kits that's different than other riders' kits.
I'm liking that one. A pair of golf pants would be nice like that.
And so we were remarking, like from where we sit, the blues all look pretty similar. The reds all look pretty similar. The whites all fade into different color pants, bottoms. So it's a lot of the kits look identical to other riders. So it's
Mr. Kroom, I think he's had a great night tonight. They kind of ganged up on him in that last race, and he was trying to make a move, got boxed in.
Yes,
couldn't do it, but he's having a good evening. Let's see what he can do tonight here with 6 laps to go for the gentleman in this Golden Wheel Race.
Again, it's Dakota Stein, a young star in the making. So doing the scratch him out. Everybody else gets a shorter distance. You can see Dakota there back at the start-finish line. Again, this one's 6 laps, not 5. And the starting distances are just about the same. There's more men, so I believe we're going to have... missed his mark. It's a heck of a mark to start at, yep. So I do kind of like this.
They're set to go.
Here's the gun.
Stein on the starting line. They drop down, no incidences, everybody on their way. Round and round they go. Legs are pumping. Let's see who's going to come out on top.
Right through 13, James Cardillo leading the field. And he's had a pretty decent night in what he's done. And it's interesting that he's up there.
Chiaffi had a nice run. Picked up a couple points in that singles where he picked up a single point for each lap. Chiaffi made a run at it. He'll hold the lead, see if he can do that. But here comes the field. They're gaining on him already.
Chiaffi's trying to hold him off. He's still got a real nice gap there.
They've got 3 laps to go. Chiaffi, but they're gaining. The field is gaining.
Chiaffi's not in any weird position there. He's doing everything he needs to do. John Levkulik is leading the pack, coming back to catch him.
Levkulik on Chiaffi. Here they go. Chow, who ran a great race a little bit ago.
Levkulik catches him. The field catches him and surpasses him.
John Levkulik
swallowed him up. With that is, I think, Finn Kohler behind him.
Pretty much any of the advantages are gone.
We're onto a string coming up on the bell lap. So this is anybody's race. Young Dakota Stein, he's high. Dakota Stein on Groom's wheel.
Stein and Kroom, they've had a good evening tonight. Both of them jumping out. It's Kroom edging Stein. Can he make a move? Looks like it down the backstretch.
Stein's in the slipstream. He's accelerating. He's got half a bike back behind. Half a bike back. Can he accelerate out of that slipstream? It doesn't look like it. It's Kroom. Kroom and Stein.
John Kroom's going to take the win. A great night for Kroom under the lights here at Valley Preferred.
That was one heck of a race for Mr. Kroom. Contravans racer. It is rather distinct, one of the more distinct kits. I mean, it's gray, but it does stand out because no one else has a gray top.
Nice run by John Kroom. Had he won that other race, it would have been an unbelievable evening for him tonight.
It was a great night indeed. Dakota Stein came on strong.
He did.
From that scratch position to finish second.
You know, when you look at that to start, Gary, you say, oh, come on, you know, handicapping it this much, but there you go. And you know what? The number of laps is perfect, too. It's one of those things you don't touch.
And Stein knew whose wheel to be on, too. He knew the kind of night Kroom was having. Made sure he got on that wheel when the acceleration came. Was in the slipstream and on the back straight, but just couldn't surpass him coming out of turn 4.
So we're going to hang on. Mr. Kroom's going to be coming back around. See if we can catch an interview. It'll be good to hear what he says about his evening tonight.
Here he goes with ringside announcer Gabe Lloyd.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is John Kroom, our champion here tonight. Now, John, man, that was a great race. But before we get into it, help us understand, who are you, my man? You've got a great story behind you.
I'm John Kroom. So I rode for the U.S. national team for 3 years, trying out for the team pursuit. I was always on the cusp, kept fighting. Had my champs at Pan Am Games, got to race with them, set the national record, and yeah, now I'm here.
You're also a kilo national champion, if I'm correct?
Yeah, 3-time kilo national champion. Unfortunately, I will not be racing it this year, but yeah.
All right, well, with all that said, how was tonight's race? And let's talk about Dakota Stein a little bit.
Yeah, do you know that kid's 17?
Yeah.
Like, he's 17 years old?
Yeah.
Okay, so super impressed with the youth of the field. It's really exciting to see, because I know when I was his age, I was nowhere near this. I was 300 pounds and eating Doritos and playing Xbox. So the fact that he's out here and just fighting, and his family's cheering him on, and it's amazing to see. So honestly, it's a lot of fun just to be racing with him.
Yeah, absolutely. It's cool to be part of the next generation. Dakota, you want to come over here real quick? Let's bring him on. We got Service Electric. We might as well introduce you to the crowd. You're leading our Rider of the Year championship right now. Dakota Stein, our man. There we go. Dakota Stein, he's 17 years old, races for Edge Cycling. Dakota, you are leading Rider of the Year right now. Introduce yourself to our crowd a little bit, if you would.
What am I supposed to say here?
How long have you been racing?
Probably my 5th year now, maybe?
So racing since you were 12?
Something like that.
Something like that, but you're just leading the Rider of the Year like it's no big thing. That's cool. How you feeling, my man? Besides tired.
Feel good. I mean, it's crazy that I can even stand a chance against, Pan Am champion. It's amazing, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. You are going toe-to-toe with a Pan Am champion, a 3-time national champion, a national record holder, and you are putting up a solid fight. So hats off to you. Dakota Stein, everybody, our Rider of the Year leader right now in T-Town. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our racing program.
From the Valley Preferred Cycling Center, for our director, that'll do it. For our director, Dwayne Long, my partner, Gary Blockus, this is Jim Krupka saying, watch us again on SEN.